What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 6 big tech stocks, and I'm also going to throw in SPY and Triple Q on this video. And now let's get right into Apple, which is up 0.33% on the day, and just like I said last night, a bounce is coming. We saw that bounce again here on Apple stock and still not getting above 150. We got up to 150.34 today, and then we saw a massive rejection, came all the way down to 147.24, not filling this gap all the way down to 146.39, went back up and now sitting at 149.40 at the closing. Now tomorrow, guys, Apple stock can break 150. We could see a move back up to 152 to even 153.35 to close the gap on top, and then watch out for 155. If we cannot get that breakout above 150, like I said yesterday, 150, this thing has to break. If not, this is going to be a short zone on Apple stock to short at 150, and this thing will come back down to 146.39 and then 145, all the way down to 140.24 and then 140. And now we're going to look at Triple Q. On Triple Q, we're up 0.87% on the day, but in the morning, right after opening, guys, I took 295 puts on Triple Q at 298, and those things went through the roof. It was more than 500% because we came all the way down to 290 to 55. Yes, I did not get 500%. I got 300%, and the worst thing today for me, I took a trade on Etsy, and as soon as I got it, I got stopped out at 30%, and then Etsy went back up, and if I was holding without a stop, that was 200%. But that's how it goes. Sometimes you cannot win everything, but no loss. Still recovered with Triple Q, and then also got some SPY calls later on that dip at 397. SPY came down to 396 and some change, but at the end got another 100% on SPY. So if you want to get like my setups, my trade ideas, and whatever I do throughout the day, and you want to just learn and support the channel, check out my Patreon and the Discord. I'll leave a link down below in the description, and also doing 3 days of live trading in my Discord. Now on Triple Q, guys, if you look at my screen, we do not have a bull trend anymore, and it looks like we're just getting a dead cat bounce, and we could possibly see 300 tomorrow if this move can continue to the upside. And above 300, watch out for the gap fill all the way up here at 303. Now to the downside, so far it's holding this neckline right here around 294. But if that gives up, we're going to see more downside on Triple Q all the way down to 290 and then 288 to close this gap down here, and that could be coming next week on Triple Q. Now tomorrow we also have PC data, and also today, guys, jobless claims, and they were hotter than expectation, and market took a beating, and then finally was getting oversold. We saw a recovery in the market. So going into tomorrow on Triple Q, if we can get above 297 blue line 5 SMA, we're going to see a move up to 300, 303. To the downside, we have strong support at 296, 294, 290, 288. On Tesla stock, we're up 0.60% on the day, and Tesla going absolutely nowhere, trading sideways, coming down to 196.33, and now holding on to 200 again for the second time this week. So Tesla going into tomorrow, guys, critical level to watch, definitely 200, 193, and below that, Tesla can take a bloodbath all the way down to 178. Above 200, Tesla can run all the way up to 214, and then watch out for 222, 230. And now we're going to look at Microsoft. On Microsoft, we're up 1.30% on the day, and Microsoft once again getting a strong bounce off of this level 250 and now sitting close to 255. Now if you're a Patreon member, I also had the levels out on Microsoft, 250 to 251, 255 calls, and if you did that on Microsoft, you made a ton of money on this one. So going into tomorrow, guys, on Microsoft, if we can get past 256 blue line 5 SMA and then 258, we're going to see a move all the way up to 260 and then 261.90, and this entire gap on top will get closed. Now to the downside, we have strong support at 250, but as soon as that gives up, so far we're holding. Microsoft opens the door down to 245 and then 240. And now we're going to look at Amazon. On Amazon, I said it last night, we could be coming down to this red line 50 SMA, and exactly today we're getting a strong bounce off of that level 93.96 and now trading above 95, holding 95 is a support. And now we have strong resistance at 96 blue line 5 SMA, and if we can get above that level, then watch out for a run all the way up to 98 to close the gap on top. To the downside, 93.96 is going to be a critical level on Amazon, and if that gives up, watch out for 92.33 and then $90 down here to close this gap on bottom. And now we're going to look at Google. So on Google stock, I said it last night in my video that we could be coming down to 90 or possibly coming all the way down to 89.48 to close this gap down here. The gap is still open and Google stock getting a strong bounce of $90 and now sitting at 91, but still red down on the day. So going into tomorrow, we do not have any support below 90. This thing can come down to 88 and then possibly will come down to 85. That new 52-week low we just made just a couple of months ago, we could be retesting that level very soon on Google stock, guys. I mean, this was kind of a bear flag and it's playing out and looks like slowly, but we could see a move on Google all the way down to 85, and that's going to create a lot of opportunities, especially for people that are looking to go long on Google stock. Now to the upside, we still have that gap at 93.45, but now we have resistance at 93 blue line 5 SMA, and if we can get past that, then we're going to close the gap at 93.45. We also have resistance at 94.32 red line 50 SMA, and then Google can move higher all the way up to 97 to 98.37, all the way up to 100. On Meta, we're up 0.5% on the day, and Meta once again holding on to the support 170 to 172 white line 20 SMA, and once again sitting right here at the closing at 172. So on Meta, guys, something is gotta give, something is gotta break, whether to the upside or to the downside. We're going to find out going into next few days. Meta holding 172, 170. We're going to see a push back up to 177.68, orange line 13 SMA, and then 183. Below 170, Meta slowly can come down and close this gap down here at 155. It's going to take some time to close this gap down here. Looks like Meta maybe wants to run higher before coming down to close this gap down here at 155. And now we're going to look at S&P 500 ETF SPY. So on SPY, we're up 0.5% on the day, and if you look at my screen, I took those calls around, I think, 2 p.m. or 1:30 p.m. right around this Bollinger Band 397, and those actually went through the roof. I sold out for 100% because SPY went back up to 401 before closing, and then coming back down and closing at 400.66 at the closing. So on SPY, guys, if you look at my screen, bulls are still alive. Bear market is not here yet, so you do not want to short right here into this hole, and if you are shorting right here, that's a bad move in the market. Now to the upside, we're holding finally after 2 days 400 is the support, but now we have strong resistance at 402.77, and if that breaks, we're going to see a push all the way up to 408 on SPY, and that is this white line 20 SMA, and also the gap fill on top at 408.14. Below 400, watch out for the support at 397, also aligned with this red line 50 SMA, lower Bollinger Band, and this uptrend from the lows from October right here, and that is holding right now. If that gives up 397, then watch out for this support down here, which is gonna be right around, let's see, 393, and that's where daily 200 day is sitting on SPY. So below that level, 393, guys, bear market will resume, and we're going to see more downside on SPY. This is still a higher low and a dip buy on this one. And if you're shorting here, like I said, this is not a good idea to short SPY right here at 396. So thank you so much, and that's all I have for you guys tonight.